Welcome to my floss tube. My name is Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today is Wednesday the 28th of September, nearly the end of the month already. This is floss tube number 23. Geez, we're getting up there now. I'd just like to say thank you for everybody that comes back every fortnight to watch my videos. I really appreciate you being there and watching and just seeing what I have to show you and commenting and interacting. That's really lovely and I really appreciate it. I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers. I have a few since the last video that I put up. Welcome aboard. I hope you like what you see and I hope you stick around to see more. Welcome back all my existing subscribers. Thank you for coming back fortnight after fortnight, just to see what I want to show you, what I have to show you, and what I ramble on about. And I thank you for all the comments. They're lovely comments. I love reading them and love responding to them. If you need to know anything, just ask in the comments and I'll let you know. This fortnight, we had some good news. Our grandson was born on Tuesday, so that was really good news. Healthy baby boy. I can't put any photos up of him yet until Mum and Dad put photos up. But otherwise I would. But yeah, he's a beautiful boy. They haven't named him yet. Well, they hadn't when we seen him. They're tossing up on a few different names. But yeah, so he's a healthy baby boy. Nearly 8 pounds I think he was. I didn't write that down. I should have. It's on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone, so I can't really get it out. But yeah, so that was an exciting news. So I finished the blanket, so that'll be going up to him on the weekend with some other things that we've brought for him, and we'll see how he is. They should be home now. They went home, should have gone home Friday. So see how parenting life is treating them. Okay, this is a channel about cross stitch. I might put in some crochet or knitting. Today I have a knitting project to show you, but I'll do that at the end in case anyone is not interested in knitting, so that's fine. But I worked on 10 projects, and for the fortnight I've done 4,175 stitches. But I did work on a few fancy ladies and the ones that I don't put the numbers down, the ones that aren't in Pattern Keeper. So let's get started. I have the whips. I have some ideas of my birthday start that I need some help with. I've picked a couple and just not sure which one to start or whether to start both of them. Why not? It's a birthday month, why not? It's not until the 9th of next month, which I think, yes, my birthday is before I do my next floss tube. So that's exciting. Okay, let's get on to the whips. We might start off with the normal one, my focus piece, which is the Toy Shop. So this is Toy Shop by Amy Stewart. It's a Heaven and Earth design. Now I know last time I done the recording on my phone, everything was backwards to you. Now I've been talking to a friend of mine, Judy. She's on flosstube, Aussie in a Kiwi world, if you haven't watched her. She showed me how to change it around so it'll be right for you when I upload the video. And if all goes well and I've learnt it properly, I'll be able to put photos in. So we'll see how we go. And then I'll be able to put recent photos in every video, and also when we go away in November, I'll be able to put some photos in so you can see how our holiday went. But anyway, let's get back to it. This is Toy Shop by Amy Stewart. Now I'm working near the railing and just in the centre there near the dartboards and the trains that are on the shelf. I took this one out of a Q-snap so you could have a proper look. I'll show you the section that I was working on first. So this is where I was working. I'd already done this side and I went back over and finished this side. So I've done some more flags. I finished off the carriage and brought the staircase railing down. So I thought, well, I know I haven't finished this bit to level it off, but I won't do it level because otherwise I'll end up with page lines. But that's where that is at the moment. Toy shop, I did 1,610 stitches and I'm on 32.03%. Now if I can put the pictures in, which I hope I can, they will be up in this corner before you see this bit. Let's hope. I might not remember to say and the before picture, but it'll be there. So that's that. Now let's show you the whole thing. Let's see how we go. I can't see what you're seeing at the moment. I'm hoping you're seeing it. Yes, I've done. There we go, I can get the whole lot in. So when I work on this next, I'm going to work on this section to bring this section in line with the rest then. So I'm liking the way that's come along. It's taking longer than I thought. But that's the way it goes with cross stitch, isn't it? So when I work on it again, I'll work in this piece here, finishing off this bookcase and bringing it over across to the shelving. And then I'll be able to go down to the next row. Now like I said, I'm on 32.08%. I did have a challenge that I set myself for 50% by the end of the year. I don't think I'll make that. It'd be nice if I could do 40%. I'm on 32, so it is possible. I better put my needle back on there, otherwise I'm going to forget it. It is possible to do it, but we'll see how we go. But that's my focus piece, so that's the one I always do. So that'll go back in that one. Okay, the next one. These are in no particular order. Now this one I think is Welcome to the World. Oh, no it isn't. Okay, this one is Stargazer. Now I remembered to print the picture off this time. This is the original. So I do have the pattern. This is the original, but I didn't really like the colours. It just didn't appeal to me. I like the pattern, I just didn't like the colours. So I've changed it to green and orange. And I reckon she's just gorgeous on there. So hopefully mine turns out as nice. Now I didn't count the stitches on this one because I don't count them on the mirabellas. If they're not in Pattern Keeper, I don't count the stitches. But I got a fair bit done. Now, before picture, like I said, I might not remember to say that, but once you start seeing the pictures come up, you'll know that I got it right. So I worked on the rest of this ribbon here. I finished that ribbon. Let's see if I can hold this a bit better. Yeah, so I finished that ribbon. I finished these two ribbons here, and it's a bit hard to see without the other green in it, but I did all this green down here on her dress or her jacket. So that is the dark colour here that I did. So when I pick it up again, I'll keep going with the greens and finish all these greens on the back of her dress. But just loving the way it's coming up on this fabric. I like. It was a dark blue. I did put black into it just to give it a bit more texture. But I think it's alright. I'm loving the way it's turned out. And then all I'll have to do is the beads right at the end. I'll put these away as I go, because otherwise, sorry about the crinkle, otherwise the cat will get it. Actually, Tiger was in here. I think he's taken off. He was jumping up behind me trying to get the sewing machine, because I put Roses of Sharon. Oh, I don't think you can see it good enough. Okay, next one. If you remember, I showed you I got a pillow for the gnomes for Christmas, and it was a wool one, which I didn't realise to start with, but that's okay. So I started that one. There's no before picture on this one because I've only just started it. Oop, take it down the right way. So that's, paper's not big enough. It's going to look cute when it's done. And all I've done is started on the border. So I've gone around the border. So it's not too bad. It's different. It's different working on the canvas than it is on material. It does catch on your hands and you've got to pull it a lot tighter, but I think it's alright. And I'm gonna do all the border and then fill in the inside of it, but that's not too bad. Don't know if I was gonna get a whole set of them, thinking that they were just normal cross stitch, but being the wool, I don't know. I'll see how this one turns out. If this one turns out good and I'm happy with it, then I might do the other ones. Because there's about 6 in the series. Alright, next one. This one might be welcome to, yeah, this one's welcome to the world. This is a Doreen Jones, and I brought off Etsy. Welcome to the world. This one is for the new baby. Now I've done the elephant, I've done the duck, I've done the mouse, I've done the giraffe. I'm doing the rocking horse, teddy and snail. I think the snail might be finished. Like I said, the before picture will be up. I'll take this side off. That way you can see. There we go. Yeah, the snail's done. I'm on to the rocking horse, which is on top of the snail, and then the teddy. And then I'll go back through and back stitch. But that's nearly as wide. There's the top of the banner. There's a little bit more of the banner to come out. So once I put Teddy's head in, I'll continue on this banner to make sure it all matches up before I do too much of the banner. If not, I'll just fudge it now that the animals are done. But I want to work on this one so I can get it done very soon, now that he is born. Yes, all I've got to do is get them to tell me what name they've decided, because they're tossing up on a couple, and then I can put the details in. Alright, I might have a quick drink. So how's everybody's fortnight been? Good, I hope. Hope the weather hasn't been too crazy for you. Some areas it's pretty hot, other areas it's raining. We're going through, as I say, going to have a storm. Going to have a very wet summer, I reckon. So we'll see what happens there, but it hasn't been too bad at the moment. It's been pretty good. We've been in the 27s. We had a bit of rain last night, a bit of a thunderstorm, but it didn't last long where we are, so that was all right. Okay, the next one is Florentine. This is a mirabella. This is one that my husband brought for me for, I think it was my last birthday. Now I've done a bit of the stool that she's sitting on and been working on her dress. Sort of just in the middle. I didn't do stitch count on this one again. Before pick. Let's hope I can do it. Otherwise I look a bit silly going before pick. No. But yeah, I filled in the dress up this end. Put a few more flower where the flowers are going. I brought the dress down here and started working my way up. But except for that gap there, the only gap left are 4 beads. So I'm just filling it in. And then I'll bring this part of the dress down. Once I get this part in here done, I'll just bring the dress down. And see how we go. But again, I think that looks okay on the blue. I don't think that was a bad choice. I think that was alright. A frozen needle minder. But I'm loving the way that one's turning out. Now that I've worked out editing, well, let's hope I have, I think I've worked out stitch with me's. I've got a I've got a contraption. This bit hooks onto the cupboard and this bit will hold the iPad or phone, and I should be able to do a stitch with me. So I'm going to do that one. Because I know there's been a few people that have asked for stitch with me's. So in the comments, if you can put what questions you would like me to answer or anything you want me to talk about in particular, it just gives me some ideas for conversation. I don't want to be sitting there just stitching and not know what to talk about. I mean, it's been a challenge to do this because I'm not normally one to talk, but there's nobody here, so I know you guys are out there, which is good and I love it. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, this is flosstube 23. I started in November last year, so we're coming up to 1 year. So we'll be having some giveaways. Okay, my stamped kit. Should show you what it is, shouldn't I? This is Underwater World by Joy Sunday. Now, this one was gifted to me, so I'm not sure where it's from. But I haven't done a lot. It's not, oops, it's not too big. It'll look good when it's finished. Now I've been working up down the bottom. I've made it to the other side. So I've worked all the way along, and I'm just here. So I'm going to work back to the fish and fill that in. And then that will be the bottom row done. But when I don't have a lot of time for stitching, or I'm waiting for hubby to turn up and he's going to be home in an hour or so, I'll just pick this one up because it's easy just to pick up and put a few stitches in, and you don't lose your spot. You don't need pattern keeper. It's just an easy one to pick up when I don't have a lot of time. So that's that one. I think this one is Azure Elegance. Now this one is a finish, but it's not a finish. The stitching side of it is finished. The back stitch is finished. I'm not too happy with it, but it's finished. Now I've only got to do the beading. This is Azure Elegance by Counted Cross Stitch Design. Cross Stitching Art. Now I got this one from Etsy. If you want to know what store, I'll have to look it up and I'll put it in the notes. but that's Azure Elegance. Now I'm liking it. The only part I don't like, oh well, I'll show you. So this is what she looks like. Now she's all finished, just the beading. In her dress, it's all done with Krynic. I don't know if it'll show it, the sparkle will show it a little bit. But I've just got the beading to do. But I'm not happy with her face. What do you think? Do you think her face looks okay? She looks like she's cranky. Actually, I've got to do a mouth. I didn't do a mouth. But yeah, she looks like she's a bit cranky. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you think it looks okay? I backstitched the flowers. I've done them in a Krynic. You're only supposed to do them in a normal blue. But I did that in a bit of Krynic in the middle. Her feathers got Krynic, so does her headband and all of her dress. But yes, I just got backstitch, and then that'll go on the wall with Roses of Sharon, which still hasn't made the wall yet. It's getting there. It's sitting behind me, but I don't know if you can see it. Yes, I've just got to do the beading. What do you think of her face? Do you think I should leave it? She looks, to me, she looks a bit cranky. Maybe that's the eye impression around her eyes. I'm not quite sure. But what do you think? Let me know. If you think it's all right, I'll just leave it. And I'll just do the beading, because that's all I've got left to do. And then that'll be a finish. Okay, we have 3 more to go, plus my knitting. Alright, this is Warmth of Home by Shimmeral. It's another Heaven and Earth. Now I'm working, I'll put a before picture up. I was working on the planet. Now I've moved the Q-snap now. So I've done that bit of the planet and I'm slowly working down to the bottom. So I'm going to come down to the bottom here and just work across. Now Warmth of Home, I did 605 stitches and I'm on 41.95%. And this is where we are now. So this is all filled in now. There might be a couple of ninja stitches here and there here, and this is, I'm just starting to bring this down now. So it goes down to about there, I think. And then I'll just work across. So he's looking good. He can watch me while I work. Yes, I'm loving this one. This won't be a finish this year. 41.9. This one I should get to 50%, because this one grows pretty quick. But we will see, because November are having 2 weeks off because we're going away for holiday. We're going just down to the Gold Coast and meeting up with some friends there and having a holiday down there with the friends. So that'll be a lovely time, and we're going to a few events. So if I can take photos, if I'm allowed to take photos where we're going, I'll take photos. And hopefully the editing is right and I can put the photos in to show you guys. Alright, next one. Australian map. I had a few people that say they like Australian map and wanted to see more. So I've done some more on it. Sorry for the glare. What I'm doing at the moment is filling in the middle. So the Opera House and just here. Because there was a big gap in the middle. So I thought I better fill that in. And that way I can just bring it all up together. But Australian map, I did 855 stitches and I'm on 39.52%. This one I thought was, I think at the beginning of the year I said this one was going to be a finish, but it's not. So much happens. We have things that you just don't count on, and you just can't do it all. You can only do what you can do. But I've been filling in the middle here. The turtle has nearly finished. No, the turtle is finished. So I'm just going to fix all this greenery up here. A bit more on the Opera House. and then I can bring it up to level with this, and then just start bringing it up. It's all finished down here. I haven't done Tasmania at the bottom yet. I'll do that right at the end. But yeah, I'm loving the way this one's coming up. But that one's on 39%. So even if I could get that to 45%, maybe a bit more, we will see. What are we now? September, so we've got October, December. Don't like my chances, but we'll see. Be nice if they could all be at least 40%. Like Toy Shop's only got 8%, and that'll be at 40%. Warmth of Home has already made 40%, and Australian Map's on 39%. So that's not too bad. And lucky last cross stitch one. Okay, this is your old Christmas shop by Marchetti. And I'm working on the window in the middle. I started right in the centre. Now I've just done, where is it? I've been working on this bird, and I've nearly finished that side of the window. I did 909 stitches, and I'm on 1.76%. This definitely wouldn't be making 40%. And here we are. Now I finished putting all these blues in here, and you can see the outline of a tree out the window now. The bird's nearly finished, got a few snowflakes. Tiger, Tiger. So what I'm going to do, I've done the rest of the bit more of the framework, so I'm going to finish the framework, try and finish this whole window, and then come over and finish this side, because that's only half a pane of window. There's another half to go beside, but I'll get these two done, and then I'll move it down, because I like to work from the bottom to the top. I've found that out, but Toy Shop is the other way around, because that was the first big one I did. So, but I'm getting there. I'm still loving on working. I love the way the details come out. You don't see that until that part's all done, but loving it. Tiger, what you doing? Do you want to come up and say hello, do you? I'd rather you not jump up there, because I've got my phone up there this time. Where are you? Oh, there we go. There we go. Tiger says hello. Hey? Normally he'll jump up on the table and go to the window, but I don't want him to knock my phone down this time. Normally the iPad's up there. It's easier. Alright, Judy, yeah. That's it for my cross stitch. I'll just put this last one away. Now I am going to do another video to let you know what I'm going to be taking through to next year. My plans for next year. I skipped Whip Go. I had to skip that because things happened, and then I just didn't lose interest in it. I just didn't get it done. So I thought, well, no, instead of stressing over it, I will just leave it for the rest of this year and start again next year. Next year I'm going to have 2 boards. So we'll see how we go, but that'll be in my next video. I'm thinking of doing no new starts, so I've got to start a few more that I want to take through, because I want to have about 25 to take with me. I'm not sure how many I've got. I will have a look. The only thing I have left is my knitting. So if you're not interested in knitting, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely 2 weeks till I see you again. And if you want to stay for knitting, thank you for staying. Really appreciate it. Now this is Clackheaton. This is a very old book. I've had this for years. Jelly Bellies. Now I'm making one of these teddies I'm not actually following their colour. I've done my own colour. But as for the bear itself, I'm following the bear. So there's all different ones. The one I'm doing is in blue, and then I've just got to work out what colour shoes. Excuse me for 1 minute. Sorry about that. These are what Tiger likes to pull off my cross stitch. Now I took these off of Toy Shop and I just had them sitting on my trolley. Look what he has done. Look how close that is to coming through. He pulls them off and chews them. And that's what he was doing then, just getting them off the trolley. What can you do? Okay, so I had done the 2 legs. Now I'm just starting, it's not much to see, but I'm starting on his body. So there's his feet and his legs. And if you're not knitting, well, these are the whole legs, so I'll just be folding them in half. That's where his legs go. Apparently you've got to fold that to the inside leg. But I've made teddies before, so it shouldn't be too hard to follow it. But yeah, so I've got to do 60 more rows. It's only in plain and pearl. I'll do 60 more rows and then I shape the neck and do his head. But I joined all this up yesterday, so I did 30 rows yesterday. So that's not too bad. The only thing wrong with knitting is it gives me a sore shoulder. I think it's because you're just sitting there knitting and your arm isn't moving around as much. So I can't do it all the time. But that's okay. That's okay. I just picked that up for a little while, and I've got a counter on the iPad so that I can count all the rows, because I've got to do 77 rows. So I've got a counter there to do that, and voila, we do it. Okay, I forgot my birthday start. This one I'm going to start on the 1st of October. My birthday's on the 9th, so that's before my next video. I think it's on a Sunday this year. Yes, it's on a Sunday. Now I've got 2 choices that I've come down to. This one is Design Works. It's called Ice Fairy. Get the glue off. Now I like this one. I've had it sitting in my stash for a while. I thought, well, I better start doing these ones. The whole kit. Now I'm going to do it on a pink, because when you put the colours near it, I think they will pop. What do you think? So I've got a choice of Ice Fairy, and the other choice I have is Teresa Gill. She's on Etsy, and I really love this one. Now I've chosen, I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but it does sparkle. And I have enough there to do 2, because there is 2 to the series. So this is, it's sort of like a very lime. It's showing up whitish, but it's not white. Yeah, it's hard to say. It might be a pale blue. So this is the one I want to do, or this one. What are your thoughts? Now when I do this one, on that same fabric, I have enough to do her as well. But I won't be starting this one just yet. So I've got a choice. This one, on this fabric, which I think the pinks and the greens will pop. Or this one, Ice Fairy, on the pink, because I think those colours will go well. So what are your thoughts? I don't even think this one has any. Oh no, this one did have beads. Yes, it does have beads, so all the beads must be behind the fabric now. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? I've got to decide. Or do you think I should start both and have 2, and that way they both come through next year as well? I'm not sure. leave some advice in the comments. Yeah, so that's it for me now. Like I said, I'm going to do another video letting you know what my plans are for next year and what charts I'm taking in. Want to try and take in 25 and try and do no new starts. See how we go. A lot of people are doing it now, so I thought, well, why not? Why not jump on the bandwagon? And that way, if I don't start anything else next year, I can get a lot of progress done on the ones that I already have. That's a theory anyway. Let's see if I can stick to it and do whip go. My next floss tube will be on Wednesday the 12th. So that's in 2 weeks. If you have any comments, anything you'd like to know, just leave it in the comments. We have a Facebook group too, Fun with Cross Stitch. If you haven't joined that and you would like to, just pop along. There's a couple of questions to answer. Just answer the questions and then you'll be accepted. If you don't answer the questions, you won't be accepted, because we've had a few trolls in there, so we've put more questions up. So if you answer them, that's fine. You can message me on Instagram at Fun with Cross Stitch. I think it's fun underscore. I think there's an underscore in between each word. I'm going to post up there about my new floss tube that I've just done, and that'll all be up there as well. Hopefully this editing goes well. Thank you, Judy, for helping me with that one, and I'll make sure it's ran the right way for you, because apparently there's a part in there that you can flip it. I've been playing with it and I did see that bit, so that's fine. So hopefully all goes well and I'll be putting pictures up. Let's see. Okay, well that's it for me for today. I will see you in 2 weeks. Oh, well, I'll see you before that, but my normal floss tube will be in 2 weeks. Wherever you are, stay safe. If you're in the hot weather, keep cool. If you're in the cold weather, keep warm. We are not too bad. Today it's sunny. It's supposed to rain, but today at the moment it's sunny here in Queensland. So I will see you in 2 weeks. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye for now.